Yeah, so it's like a lot of times when we're looking at different contracting businesses around 1 million, $2 million in revenue that are trying to scale to hit 2, 3, 4, 5, and beyond. One of the first levers that we actually need to look at is like what their sales process looks like, because most of these guys don't have a repeatable process in place that they could teach to somebody else. And what happens is like the owner is either the only person who can close deals or they can't close deals at all. And they get all of their leads from referrals, which is like Susie calls Sally down the street and Sally's like, hey, XYZ builder good at what does, and Susie's like, yeah, he's great, and you don't really have to do anything to sell them, and you can realistically hit $1.5 million in revenue per year just with referrals alone, like in most markets. So what happens is when you try to actually scale past that and you get real leads, whether you're buying from a lead vendor or you're running ads yourself, and these are people that haven't been sold by like their neighbor or their best friend on you, you actually need a sales process. And what happens is like most contractors, have never gone to any sort of sales training. They haven't gone through any courses or content on what to actually do to sell, and they're just kind of fly by the seat of their pants. And some of them get really good at it, but then when they try and remove themselves from the sales position, then the person they bring in sucks because you don't know how to teach them because what you're doing isn't documented. Or when you just get those leads, like you can't close them and you're like, well, marketing doesn't work, right? Lead vendors, they all suck. Like everybody's just bad. Like you can't grow without referrals, but that's not true because companies hit 10 million, 15 million, 20 million all the time. And when you look at them, all of them have sales reps. They have big sales teams. And the difference between what you're doing at a million, 1.5 or 2 million in revenue and these guys that are doing 10, 15, 20 is that they have a repeatable documented sales process in place that is followed on every single estimate. That's going to include pre-call, on estimate sales, and then post estimate sales, right? Follow up. And what that does is to remove the risk of you wasting leads, because it doesn't matter if you get 100 leads next month, but you don't close any of them. It doesn't matter. You could even get 100 great leads, and if you close none of them, it doesn't matter. Like if they go for somebody else because you're not good at sales, then it just doesn't, like you're not going to make money and the business isn't going to grow. And then you're just going to be like, well, it doesn't work. And what we've learned from auditing over 150 different contracting businesses across the US is that most guys, and I'm talking like 95% at this revenue level, do not have a sales process in place. They don't truly understand what it takes to take somebody who inquired to your marketing and like opted in as a lead to closed at a high rate. So they just kind of fly by the seat of their pants, and some of them do well and some of them don't, but they never truly scale because they don't have a repeatable documented sales process that you could bring anyone into your business to follow and also succeed. So one of the things that usually we look to install in these guys and these businesses is our proven sales process. Now, it doesn't have to be ours. There's a few other companies that are good at actually doing sales, but you want to make sure that when you do this, you're installing something that works in your trade, that's proven to bring in success and close customers. Because at the end of the day, like you can pay $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 for leads, but if none of those leads actually turn into closed deals, then it's just all for nothing. And then you're going to decide that marketing just doesn't work.